Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's Jade over here. Um, and I'm sorry for the lack of videos last week. This week, when I'm filming this, because I'm filming this on Friday, when I'm about to post it for next Monday, whatever. Sorry for not posting. I was feeling like I didn't want to do anything the past weekend. I finally got myself to be a bit productive. So I'm back, I guess. And no, your eyes are not playing tricks on you. I am using a bit of a lower angle because I just took out something under from my camera, a book. Because it's August reading wrap up. So, let's get into it because I got 9 books to talk about. I think I'm gonna make a joke in the in the thumbnail of this video that I read only one book because I only have one book physically, but it's 9 books and I had a pretty good time this month. Actually, to clarify, not all of these books have been read during the month of August because last month in July July, can't even count month, yeah, whatever. In July I was away at summer camp and I had to pre-record my reading wrap-up that I think I mentioned in that video, so I did not add these. I think it's it's 4 books, no, 5 books, 5 books that I've read in about a week during that camp. This is why it's 9 books, this wrap up. But you know what? This is going to be a long video, so let's just jump right into it. First book that I've read, put it up over here, is finally One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus. Okay. This is just to give you some guys some context. Last year when I really started looking up on BookTube, I found Alexa Dunn's channel, and she reads a lot of thrillers, and this was the book that I've been like wanting to read since then, and I finally got my hands on a Kindle copy. This is why I don't have any physical editions because I read them all on Kindle, but I finally got a Kindle copy. It's what is the book about? Again, um, five people. I think it's high school, set in high school. 5 people go into detention. The smartass, the jock, the bad boy, I would go the beauty queen, the pageant queen, basically, and the kind of outsider. Only 4 come out. Now who done it? This story just focuses on the whole of that. Now, first when I heard that, the whole premise is supposed to be that the boy Simon, who doesn't make it out of detention, it's in the premise, so I think I can say it without being spoilery, doesn't make it out alive because he had dirt on other people. I knew this before going into the book, and I don't think it's that much of a spoiler, sorry. But then we follow I call him Brownie. I'm probably not saying that right, and I forgot to look it up. So her, Addie, Cooper, and Nathan, I think it's Nate, I just called it Nate, I think it's Nate, as they are navigating through being prime suspects in this murder. And I would just like to say that this was a 4-star book. There are reasons why I didn't give it 5 stars. And I just didn't feel like it. Like, if it's a 5-star, I'll just like feel that. I don't think I cried in this book, which will be actually a recurring theme, I'll say as a spoiler, in this wrap up, that I did cry in a lot of the books, but it was great. Loved it. Recommend it to anyone. If you like thrillers, I kind of figured it out right before they explain what happened. Like, I just sit there. I know it was going to be a reveal, and I just kind of sat there and was just like, I think this happened. And right before it happened, it was actually like a weird guess of mine. I was just like, no, that didn't. And then it did. I just recommend it. Oh my god, my time is coming to an end. So let's. Time is coming to an end. Time is going on so fast, so I'll just move on to the next one, which is Milk and Honey by Rupi Kapoor. I'm really bad at pronouncing names. Milk and Honey, a poetry collection, which talks about I think relationships, being girl and women. I would maybe look at trigger warnings before going into this one. Yeah. I really liked it. This is the first poetry collection I've read. Again, it's a 4 stars because I don't know how to actually rate these. I first didn't rate it, but then it didn't count for my Goodreads challenge, so I had to. But I gave it 4 stars, and I really enjoyed it because there were a lot of poems that I felt just resonated with me, so that was really great. Now, moving on, third book is something I think people are going to be surprised by that I only read now, which is The Hunger Games. 4 stars. If you don't know what The Hunger Games is about, it's a Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I think that's her name. I'm questioning everything today. Whatever. Is about a it's a dystopian world. It's a dystopian world, and there are these Hunger Games that people from different districts get selected to, and they have to fight each other till the death, till one is standing. It was great. I love Peeta, and I will love him till the day I die. And Katniss isn't as annoying, I think, as she is in the films, because I have watched the films like twice, the first one only, and I'll probably read the books before watching the other movies. So moving right along, because I want to get through these books, because it's been like 8 minutes already. Uh-oh, we got into the good one. Next book I read is This Is How You Lose the Time War. Oh my god. Where do I start? It's a sci-fi novel that follows the story of Red and Blue, who are traveling, like basically I think they are kind of like jumping through time, and they are trying to win the war for their kind of company, corporation. Oh my god. It's about it's about Red and Blue, as I said. And this book, in the last about 20 pages, I was full on crying. So as you can imagine, this book got 5 stars. But actually, from a lower point of the list, we will see that if I cry in the book, it doesn't mean that I'll give it 5 stars. But I want everybody to read it. Like, the writing. I can finally say my favorite word in English. The writing was immaculate. It literally was. Like, I cannot say a bad thing about it. Okay, it is not the easiest thing to read, but oh my god. I am now trying to get it in a special edition because I just live for it now. This Is How You Lose the Time War is just my favorite book right now. Six of Crows, also a favorite, but that is more so a favorite series. Favorite standalone book right now is probably that. And that says a lot about it. So next book, moving right along before I go on a little rant, as you can see, I'm trying to keep everything spoiler free this time around. So the next book is We Were Liars. Well, what can I say about this? So it is kind of a thriller mystery book that follows. You can say I didn't really care about this book when I don't remember the main character's name. The St. Clair family. Katie. I don't remember. Her name starts with a C. Say, I don't know. And I'm not going to look it up because I can't really right now. It's about a girl. It's about a girl who usually spends her summer with her family on their private island. So it's a bunch of rich people, basically. Rich drama, a little bit of that, but also there is like this lingering feeling of something happened last summer. I know what you did last summer. No, it doesn't have anything like that. Something happened last summer. I think she got hymotherapy. I don't know. She passed out, I think, on the ocean shore, or she was washed out, and she hit her head, and she has memory loss now. And the whole story is about that, basically, how she's trying to remember what happened last summer. And this is the book that made me cry. Like, if you can handle about 170-80 pages of maybe some characters and some stuff that you might not like, but the story is not that bad. Just get an ending that saves it all. Because I was like, I didn't read the reviews in advance, but I was at like a 50% mark, and I was just like, this is boring, and looked up the reviews, and all of them basically who gave it like a 3 or like a middle of the road, like the ending saved it. And I think that the ending saved this book for me too, because I cried. And I will not reveal the twist, but I'll just say that I've been guessing this thing happening in a lot of movies and TV shows and books, and it never happens. And this time I did not guess it, and it happened. And oh my god, like it's a good book for just the ending, but like the whole way to get there, I think it was boring. But it's kind of fun to actually put it together in your head. If you can figure it out, please let me know in the comments. Actually, if you have any questions about these, if you want me to go into like more spoilery stuff, like tell me, because next time I will. I just have to really condense this one because I didn't want to do like a 30-minute video of me just ranting about books. But moving right along, the next book is the only thing I have a physical copy of, and it's Deadly Class Volume 1. This is a graphic novel. This is, by the way, it's the movie cover. This is like the actual, I'll just show you guys. This is the actual cover for it. It just has this movie flap, and this is the only one that has it, the first volume. And I think this this graphic novel series is about 8 or 9 volumes in total, and I think I'll like swim through it because I finished this in like an hour and a half after buying it without putting it down, and I gave it 5 stars because Marcus Lopez forever. This is dark. I'll actually explain what is going on about this. So this book is about, I think it's Marcos Lopez. I think it is. But a guy who is living on the streets but gets recruited by this old man for this basically kind of assassin school. But it's so great. Like, there was like a TV show made from it that only got 1 season and then it was done. But now I want to watch it. But for those of you who actually maybe, if someone is watching this who watched the show and maybe even read the graphic novels, how far do you have to get into the graphic novels to watch the show? To like have the events that happen in the show already happen in the graphic novels? Because I would love to know. Because I love this, and I'm probably picking up the next volume as soon as I can. So, yeah, great. It's dark. Actually, check the trigger warnings. Actually, check the trigger warnings for every book I mention, because I don't know why, but now I just kind of gone off the deep end, and these books that I usually read are kind of dark, and this was very dark. Sometimes it's covering addictions in ways. So look up the trigger warnings, but other than that, it was actually a pretty great book. Pretty great. I gave it 5 stars, okay. Let's moving on. What book do you think like probably nobody has heard about? Valkyrie 101. I'll put it up here if I can find a cover for it. I read this on my Kindle when I was context. I read it on my Kindle when I was away for vacation, and I forgot to bring, not on my Kindle, my phone. I bought it from the Kindle library for free. The first part is free, and I forgot to bring my Kindle that I have like downloaded a lot of books for. So I had to like make do of free books on my phone. So I found this one and I was just like, oh, so to this day I cannot say the main character's name. I'll probably edit it if I can up here somewhere. But this is about the afterlife of Academy. I give it 5 stars, by the way. 5 stars, 3 stars, 3 stars, by the way. This is about, I think it's a 7 or 6 part. I think it's a 7-part series, and it's about our main character going to the Afterlife Academy, where Shinigami, Scythe, and Valkyries, I think, train to gather souls and guide them to their respective hells and heavens and stuff like that. So that's really all I can say without spoiling anything, because really it's, yeah. Oh, I love how I'm really consistent. By the way, for One of Us is Lying, there's literally, this is not a spoiler, there's literally an officer named Budapest. Hang Budapest. Why? I don't know. I've written this in my notes. I literally have like my reading notes on my phone, and I literally written this as just like Officer Budapest, Hang Budapest. Why? Why? This is my only qualm with that book, probably. Yeah. So this, back to Valkyrie 101. I don't know if I'm going to continue with the series because I have a lot of things to read. But if you have like spare time to read, and I think it's about like 300 pages, this book is, it's a pretty good world. So the main character is kind of annoying at times, but I think the side characters make it enjoyable. There's this head girl. This is not a spoiler because I'm not spoiling anything. There is this head girl, and let me tell you that her personality is just amazing, and I love her to death. I don't even remember her name anymore. Like, none of the characters stuck with me. That's why I probably will not be continuing the series, but like, if you want to and the promise sounds interesting to you, give it a try. So, next book, the second to last, is We Were Magic, which I also gave 3 stars to. Well, We Were Magic is, I would describe it as queer witches with accidental murder and how that turns out. I liked the main character, but at times she's annoying. But aren't we all? but it was actually a kind of decent book altogether. And I'm again through 20 minutes of video time. Great, this will be great to edit. So yeah, I don't have actually much to say about that book because I don't actually remember much. The romance plot was pretty good. Um, and I guess that's really it. Oh, sorry about that cut. Hopefully it wasn't that bad. Um, so let's talk about the last book that I read this month, which is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I gave it 5 stars. Now, what is this book about? This book is about Rufus and Matteo getting this death cast, which tells them that they are going to die in 24 hours. They don't know when, but within the next 24 hours, they die. So they connect through this app called The Last Friend, and romance ensues, and also chaos. I guessed a few things in this book, and I cried at the end. Just don't be fooled. That's all I'm saying. Don't be fooled. This book was amazing, and I recommend it for everyone. Now, I want to take a second to talk about the books that I'm currently reading, which one of them is Harry Potter, still, and the Sorcerer's Stone. This is my Ravenclaw edition, if anyone wants to know why this is different. This is the 20th year anniversary edition, when they did all the houses. This is my Ravenclaw edition. So far, this is going to be so controversial, but I'm not liking it. When I was younger, much younger, I think a few years back, I listened to it in Hungarian on an audiobook and I liked it. This time, it's in English and I'm so far not liking it. All I can say is the Weasley twins are top notch. Love them even more than I did. Yeah, probably that's it about that. The other book that I'm reading currently, which should be no surprise to anyone that watched my videos, I'm reading Siege and Storm. Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo, because I want to get through the Grisha trilogy after reading Six of Crows and absolutely loving it. I wanted to pick up the Grisha trilogy because I read the first one for the show, I watched it. I liked the book more so because of the Darkling than anything else. And I'm liking this more so because of a certain character that shows up in this that plays a huge role in King of Scars. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. I just don't want to spoil it for anyone. That's the only reason why I'm not DNFing that book. Yeah. So that's that, and I also have one book that's on my Kindle that I've currently am enjoying, which is Lore by Alexandra Bracken, I think, who is the author of The Darkest Minds and The Passenger duology, I think. This book has been described like Greek mythology meets the Hunger Games, and I think that so far that is a kind of a good description of it. And I'm just gonna say that one of the characters in this book gives me major PETA vibes. So I love him already. Yeah, it's a him. And also the main character. I have this weird thing with main characters that I usually just don't like them at all. But this time, Lore is very much a good main character. Yeah, that's probably it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, even though this was not as short as I wanted it to be. But I'll see you all next week with a video I'm really excited about. And I guess I'll see y'all later. Hope you're having a good day, afternoon, evening, morning, whenever you are, whenever you're watching this. And I'll see y'all later. Bye!